exact origins of tarot are not completely known. The earliest reliable information suggests tarot originated as a game in 15th century Italy, by taking an early 56-card variant of a normal deck of cards, and adding to it 21 trump cards, a fool, and 4 queens of each suit. The oldest surviving tarot cards are 3 early to mid-15th century sets, all made for members of the Visconti family, rulers of Milan. These were called Carte dei Trionfi, or Cards of the Triumphs.
Footnote: Wikipedia, 2006.
These early tarot decks were used to play a simple and engaging card game. The rules are as follows.
It is best to have 3 or more players. The original game was probably designed for 3, although you can play with 2 if needed. The deal shuffles the pack and deals out the entire deck. If there are more than 3 players, there will be some cards left over. These are taken by the dealer, who must discard an equal number of cards. The dealer keeps these discards to be counted towards his or her total at the end of the game. The player to the dealer's right leads by playing any card from his or her hand. Other players must play a card of the same suit if they have one. If not, they must play a trump card. If they have neither the proper suit nor a trump, they must play a card of another suit, thereby losing it. Each trick is won by the highest ranking card of the suit led, if no trumps were played, or by the highest ranking trump, if there were any. In traditional forms of the game, the cards within each suit rank as follows, from high to low. Swords and batons: king, queen, knight, page, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ace. Cups and coins: king, queen, knight, page, ace, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There is a special rule regarding the Fool. The Fool may be played at any time, regardless of whether the player holds cards of the suit led or trump cards. The Fool never wins a trick, however. The Fool is thus an excuse used when you prefer to not play any of the other cards you hold. The player who plays the Fool gets to keep it, handing over another card previously won to the winner of the trick as a replacement for the Fool. Just a side note, I don't play the Fool. Whoever wins the trick gets to lead the next trick. Play continues in this fashion until all the cards have been played. That's funny, whoever wins the trick gets to lead the next trick. That sounds like the Tom Sizemore video. Am I right? The winner is determined by counting points. Players score 1 point for each trick they win, plus an extra point for the counting cards. For each page, 1 point. For each knight, 2 points. For each queen, 3 points. For each king, 4 points. For the Fool, Bagatelle, or World card, 4 points each. The other trumps do not count. Often, the points are totaled in a peculiar way. The player groups the cards won into groups, each having the same number of cards as a trick, but trying to place exactly 1 counting card in each group if possible. Each group thus counts 1 point more than the counting cards included in the group. If there are no counting cards in the group counts 1 point. This method means you don't have to go through your cards twice, once to count tricks and once to count counting cards. After doing this a while, it becomes quite natural, and you start to think of kings as worth 5, queens worth 4, and so on. Knights worth 2, pages worth 1, because that is the value of the groups they usually land in when counted. If you are playing with 2 or 3 players, you may find dealing out an entire deck unwieldy. If so, you can decide to deal only half the deck per round. That makes sense. I hope you learned a lot about the real tarot game. From 15th century Italy, peace, I am out.
Footnote: the first entry on Google when you Google History of Tarot. Although much of the tarot imagery looks mysterious or exotic to modern users, nearly all of it may easily be interpreted as a reflection of the dominant Christian values of the times. Thus, the earliest tarots may have been depictions of the carnival parades that ushered in the Christian season of Lent, or the related motif of hierarchical powers found in Petrarch's poem I Trionfi.
When at one time and under one same yoke I saw the pride of God's Olympians so tamed, and that of men almost divine, I took example from their sorry state, deriving from the sight of their distress some consolation from my fated woes. Petrarch, I Trionfi.
These triumphi, or triumphs, were elaborate productions which layered then fashionable Greco-Roman symbolism over a Christian allegory of sin, grace, and redemption. In fact, tarot cards were not widely associated with magic and mysticism until the late 18th century, when French occultist Aliette designed the first esoteric tarot deck, adding astrological attributions and Egyptian motifs to various cards, and also adding divinatory meanings in text on the cards. The popularity of Aliette's decks have since been eclipsed by fully illustrated decks, such as a Mr. Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck. Many custom or themed tarot decks exist. The traditional Italian suits are swords, batons, coins, and cups. In modern decks, batons are commonly called wands, rods, or staves, while the coin suit is often called pentacles or discs.
The typical 78-card tarot deck has two distinct parts. The first, called the trump cards, consists of 21 cards without suits, plus a 22nd card, the Fool, which is often given the value of 0. These cards are known as the Major Arcana, or Greater Secrets. The second consists of 56 cards divided into 4 suits of 14 cards each. These cards are known as the Minor Arcana, or Lesser Secrets. The Magus, the Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, Adjustment, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, Lust, the Hanged Man, Death, Art, the Devil, the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, the Eon, the Universe. The Fool. Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, Princess of Cups, Prince of Cups, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, Ace of Discs, 2 of Discs, 3 of Discs, 4 of Discs, 5 of Discs, 6 of Discs, 7 of Discs, 8 of Discs, 9 of Discs, 10 of Discs, Princess of Discs, Prince of Discs, Queen of Discs, Knight of Discs, Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Princess of Swords, Prince of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Swords, Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Princess of Wands, Prince of Wands, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands,